Hey, it's Ubu, and today we're playing a demo for a game called Silent Rooms. It's developed by Weird Woods and it's self-published, and you can find the game on Steam. Basically, while searching for his lost daughter, Harold Williams falls into the Backrooms. He must find her and escape, but he is not alone. Horrors wait for him in the dark. Silent Rooms is a third-person survival horror game that takes inspiration from Silent Hill 1 and takes place in the terrifying world of the Backrooms. This demo just came out and I'm very intrigued in this and I'm looking forward to playing it. And if you're not familiar with my channel, at the end of the video I'll review the game, share my general thoughts, and give it my final judgment. And I will have timestamps in the description. So we'll go ahead and hit new game, I guess. I'm using a controller. I'm not sure if that's recommended necessarily, but it has full controller support. So I'm going to try it out. Anyways, new game. I like that sound. Whoa, oh no. Tank controls. I'll have to go on foot from here. Okay, there are no settings. All right, we're gonna move on. Great music already. We have a sprint. Yep, we do. Okay. It's a little floaty on how the turning works, but I'll try to get used to it as best I can. Oh. I'm not very good at tank controls either. We'll figure it out. That's why you see me kind of going left side to side so much. It's a little touchy. Look at that. That is a nice camera angle. Here we go. Oh, I just saw inspect. I think there's a poster on the tree here. I'm sorry, Judy. I will find you. So, police department, city of something. I can't quite read it. Missing. Judy Williams, 9 years old. Last seen April 7th. I don't know. I cannot read that city name. That's okay. We'll live. Loving the ambience here. Oh yeah! Nice climb. Mantle. Another missing poster. This was all my fault. Of Watford? City of Watford? I don't know why that's so important to me. I want to read it. This was all my fault. Okay. Trying to get some context. What's this? Judy's bear. How did this get here? I've checked these woods more times than I can count. There's no way I could have missed it. Can't pick it up? Okay. Just a lore item. Ooh, we got some camera bot. Oh! Oh! Damn, that would hurt. I mean, darn. Look at our cool leather jacket. What? Where am I? Ooh, that buzzing is loud. Man, this is a really cool idea, actually. I've played a fair bit of liminal space games, Backrooms games. Okay, almond water, that checks out. And the whole idea of this environment having fixed camera angles like this is awesome. So this is already a pretty great start. Okay, I can't go this way. Alright. I like our run. Hello? Look at us. Look like an action figure. Hard to really tell where I'm going or where you can go. Kind of testing the limits of this camera. Do we have an inventory? Oh, we do. Ooh, okay. A sweet tasting drink with hints of almonds. Alright, you have your kind of basic retro survival horror sort of UI here. I like that. Short and to the point. Effective. I have no idea where we're going, but this is the Backrooms, so. Judy, where are you? I'm here to save you. Oh no. Go this way. Like any Backrooms game, I just kind of pick a direction and go, oh no. I like the pickup symbol. It's like like little fingers like this. Gun. What happened to this guy? It doesn't even look like a person. Unless they're in their like yellow suit, and that's why they look so weird. Equip. Great UI sounds. Sorry, I'm walking over the top of you. What does it mean? Where are you, Judy? 5014. Okay. No, weird stuff. Okay, we can quick... Oh, whoa! That's weird. What the heck, dude? What kind of idea is that? That's weird. Oh god, what is that noise? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Alright, I see. Oh. I think the camera is not supposed to jump through the wall like that. Okay. 5, 0, 1, 4. We did it. What's this way? Nothing. Help! Oh my god, I hate this. So loud. Radio. A radio. This could have come in handy, but I think it's busted. So that's definitely going to tell us when enemies are nearby, I guess. But like with the fixed camera angles, you know, you can't really see what's in front of you, but if you aim, you can kind of get an idea of what's coming at you. I like that. I don't have any bullets though, so that's not good. Whoa, it's kind of discombobulating. Something like that. Hello? Okay, there's a room over here. Please give us some... Oh my god! Ah! Oh my goodness, that was really short, man. I wonder if there's like different things we can do in the demo though. Alright, well I ran back through the demo and I searched everywhere and I couldn't find any ammo or anything different from what we experienced really. So we're here now where I'll review this demo and I will start with visuals, and overall visually I think the game is really solid. I like the way the game looks. It definitely emulates the Silent Hill-esque sort of PSX retro aesthetic, and I quite like it. I especially like this main menu. I think it looks great. Starting out in a forest like this is really smart and I think it's really effective. Its overall visual presentation. I like the way the Backrooms look, even with fixed cameras. I think it all works together really well, surprisingly, and I really liked it. So no complaints for me on the visual side of things. So great work. In terms of audio, the game starts out really strong with this ambience and music on the main menu. I really like it. And then when we start the game in the forest, the music is really great there as well. Overall, I think the music is solid across the board. Just the ambience and the overall tone and atmosphere of this game, I think is really, really strong. Great first impression there, so good work there. I like the buzzing of the lights in the back rooms. Only issue I really had when I replayed the demo is I could hear the radio static like at the very beginning of the game, and I could hear it throughout the back rooms before I even picked up the radio, or before I was even in the area where it was. And even when I picked it up, the radio static just kind of kept going. It was like somewhere in the level, which didn't make a lot of sense. That might be some sort of bug, I guess, because it didn't do that the first time from my knowledge. So I think that might need to be adjusted. That might be a potential reoccurring bug. I'm not sure. So radio static just being perpetual is weird. So that's not a big deal. I'm not holding that against the game. I just wanted to point that out. And of course, I like the monster sound, the titular, weird like black monster thing from the Backrooms. I think it's interesting that you added that to this, but he's kind of small in stature. He's not like this big weird lanky thing like they usually are. There's probably a word for that or a name for that monster. I'm not sure what it's called, but even after playing so many Backrooms games, I'm not sure. But I hope to see different kind of monsters as well. I'm really excited to check that out when this game comes out. But overall, the audio is really solid. I think you did a great job with this. I'm looking forward to seeing what else you have in store. In terms of mechanics, it's very bare bones for a demo, but it is definitely the early stages of a survival horror game where you start out with very little items, very little way of defending yourself. Maybe some games you get, pistol and ammo a lot sooner, but obviously this is a demo, so we do get a pistol. We are able to pick up some almond water as well, which I assume is for your health. Those are health drinks. Those are usually used in Backrooms games as a way to increase your stamina or to replenish stamina. But seeing as that we can basically run forever in this game, it's safe to say those are your health drinks. But I like that it is definitely akin to Silent Hill with the radio that you have. When you pick the radio up, I assume when you're near monsters, the radio will go off. And I also find it really interesting that the aiming in this game is actually first person. It makes me think of another game called Holston, I believe it's called. I played the demo for that ages ago, and that game is still in development. It's own kind of spin on that, where it's more of a top-down kind of game, but they added it not long ago where when you aim down sight, you go into like third person. So seeing this being like fixed camera angle, Silent Hill-esque kind of a vibe, but then when you aim your pistol, you're in first person, I think is really interesting. I think that could work really well, especially like I said, you're in these tight corridors with fixed cameras for the most part. Some of the cameras follow you more or less, but you know what I'm saying. But you hear maybe a monster or something and you can't see it because of the camera angle. As soon as you aim down sight, you'll be looking right at it. I think it'll be really effective when you're exploring and all of a sudden you want to aim down sight to see what's up, and then there's this like new creature or something you didn't expect, and I think that'll be really fun. So I really like that, the aiming down sight like that. I thought that was pretty cool. Overall, mechanically, even though we didn't get to do too much, obviously I'm sure we can expect more puzzles. We did get a code to open a door, but that was really it for the demo. But I'm excited to see what other kind of puzzles and stuff you have in store. If we're stuck in the Backrooms the entire game, if we eventually get to come out of the Backrooms into different levels, I don't know. I'm really excited to see what you have in store. I've said that a few times now, but I don't mean to be redundant, but I really like the mechanics and it makes me excited. So great job there. In terms of story and concept, I like the way the game is introduced. I like the story being to the point where our daughter is missing and we're looking for her and we fall into the back rooms while doing so. And I also really appreciate that your Silent Hill inspirations are really showing. There are games that say they're inspired by games like Silent Hill or Resident Evil, and it doesn't emulate that very well. So I really like the vibe of this game, the way the story is set up. It's to the point, and it definitely reminds me of Silent Hill in a lot of ways. Very similar to the first Silent Hill game, at least so far, mostly for its story, which is what I'm talking about. And I like that because I like playing Silent Hill games, so I appreciate your approach to this. So in terms of concept, I also really like the concept, kind of blending the retro sort of horror-esque nature of the first Silent Hill game with the scary weirdness and maze-like world of the Backrooms. I think it's an interesting sort of hybrid of those stories, and I really like that. Also really like the use of fixed cameras, especially in the Backrooms section, because most Backroom games that I've played at least are first person. So seeing the Backrooms in this manner being used in this retro survival sort of style, I think works really well, and I'm fascinated by it, and I think it's really well done. So conceptually, the game is super solid. Now, in terms of performance and settings, I would say the game performed really well, other than that strange audio bug where the static from the radio just was perpetual. It wouldn't go away. So I guess that needs to be fixed. Other than that, the game performed really well. I think there was one other instance when we approached the door that has the keypad. If you walk too close to the door, the camera in the next room activates. So your like fixed camera is in the room that you haven't even gone into yet, and you haven't even opened the door with the keypad. So little minor adjustment there as well. Aside from that, like I said, performance is super solid across the board. I think it's great. So no complaints other than those couple of observations there. In terms of settings, there are no settings, which is unfortunate, but the way the game performed, the way the audio mixing is done, I would say that's okay for a demo. I don't necessarily think this demo needs settings, but hopefully in the full game you will have settings of some variety. I think settings are always good. Options are always good. I will give it a pass, at least for this demo, because I've had really no issues with it whatsoever. If I had a bunch of graphical issues or screen tearing or if there was bad volume mixing, I would expect to see some settings to adjust that. But I think this is well crafted for a demo, and that's fine. So my final judgment for the Silent Rooms demo is I would say it's very good. It's above the middle of my scale, and I really enjoyed pretty much everything about this demo. I really like its visual appeal. The audio is super solid with its music and overall atmosphere and vibe this game has. It is just the very beginning of a retro survival horror game, so I'm sure as we play the full game, we find more items and ammo and things like that. It will feel a little bit more fleshed out. The story and the concept is great. I like the blend of the Silent Hill inspiration that you're bringing to this while also using the setting of the Backrooms. I think that's super solid, really effective, and I really like the fixed camera angle approach as well. And I think that really sort of kind of puts the cherry on top in that regard. And also performance and settings are good across the board. Even though there are no settings, I hope that you plan on adding those in the full game. The only reason I'm not putting it at the top of my scale is because it's a short demo. I wish it was longer. I wish I got a little bit more out of it. But I think for what we got, it was very effective across the board. It gives me a very nice idea of what to expect in the first chapter of your game, and I'm excited to try it out. So yeah, great stuff here. I think this is an awesome first impression, and I really like what you're doing with this. So I wish you the best of luck on your future endeavors and your work. Tell me what you think in the comments below. What are your thoughts on this game? Do you agree or disagree with me? Do you have anything to add? If you just want to say hi, let me know what's up. And don't forget to check the pinned comment below for the links to everything and go play this game for yourself and form your own opinion. Now, if you go to the Steam page, usually when you go to a Steam page, you'll click on the game, and towards sort of the bottom-ish, middle-ish of the page, it'll have a big green button for download demo. For me, it didn't have that. On the right side, kind of under the description of the game, you'll see kind of like a grayish, bluish download demo button there. So it's not in the usual spot, at least it wasn't for me when I downloaded this. I just wanted to point that out because I had trouble finding it at first. But anyways, I thought I'd just let you know. And if you'd like to support my channel, hit subscribe, leave a like, comment, and share the video. I'd greatly appreciate that. And I thank you for watching my video. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I think that's all I have to say about it. So thanks for hanging out with me. And don't forget,